Had to do a story time with this face. Now, guys, I had a model gig today, and makeup was provided for me. So I went ahead and took advantage of that. And this is a bathing suit that I went ahead and took photos in. The makeup look is giving very much so money. And this time, today in my story time, is basically like a money story. Okay. So, ladies, if you ain't bathed yet, pause the video. Go ahead and make sure you bathe. Make sure you brush your teeth. You have your skincare on. You put your deodorant on and you have your tea. But before I get into the story time, first I need you guys to like, subscribe, and share this video, okay? So this story time would have to be a time. It was my birthday and I went to dinner on the day of my birthday during that week. It was a Wednesday. And I had a friend reach out to me because they weren't able to really be at the birthday dinner like they wanted to, so they kind of wanted to make it up to me. It was a Saturday, and we spoke early in the morning, like 4 a.m. we spoke, and we made plans to go to Prime Fish together. Me, her, and she had some of her family members in town, which it worked out for me. I, booked a makeup appointment for that Saturday, was trying to, gather my outfit for that Saturday. That Saturday, I kind of felt out of balance because I was up at 4 o'clock. I'm never usually that up. Well, I get up at 5, but I wasn't sleeping. Like, I got up at 1 and I didn't go back to bed. So I was kind of very much so irritated. Before I hung up the phone with my friend, I let her know, please, if anything changed, let me know. I made up my mind that I was going to still go regardless of what transpired. If they were going or not, I know I was still going. But I just wanted to be sure so that I could try to really, maybe have someone else come along to take my photos. So the day goes by, my makeup appointment kind of rushes up on me about 6 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock, getting my face done, my best friend calls and I'm talking to her and I'm like, best friend, God telling me so-and-so gonna cancel on me tonight. I felt that within my spirit from about 6 o'clock. I was like, okay, you're telling me this, God, I'ma listen, but it's like I gotta hear it from the horse's mouth to confirm that they're really not coming. So I get done with my makeup about 7:30. I already know what I'm gonna wear because what I wore that Saturday night. I'm gonna go ahead and insert it here. This is my Versace on the Floor set. You can purchase it at Glow Goddess Boutique. You guys can DM me on Instagram if you want to purchase one. That was what I was originally gonna wear that Wednesday, going to Versace Mansion, but I changed up the look last minute because with that I originally was gonna wear my blonde hair, but I wanted to try this ginger brown type of thing. So I got this hair last minute and I was like, all right, I want to bust down a new look. Blonde is classy. Like, I always give money when I wear blonde, but I just wanted something new. So I scratched that look the last minute for my main outfit. I felt like I wanted to be feminine. I wanted the curls. I wanted the side part with the curls, with the nice makeup and the dress. I just wanted to feel feminine. So that's why I changed my outfit last minute. So, I picked my outfit. At this time, I went ahead and got home. All I had to do was put my jewelry on, and I was just looking for these specific shoes that I wanted to wear. And God is so funny, guys. He has a way of, like me now, because I've given my will, when I want to wear certain stuff, if it's not like what he wants me to wear, like if it's too skimpy or he knows it's just not gonna go together, he'll make me not be able to find it. So these particular shoes, I was tearing up my room to try and find them because they were Louboutins and they were packaged in the Louboutin red bag, but I just could not find them for the life. So I was like, all right, God, that's you telling me that these shoes won't go. So long story short, I wear my gold chain, my gold earrings, and I also wear brown hang purse with a chain, and then my clear shoes, okay, PVC clear heels shoes with like the nude platform. That's what I wore. And it's 8 o'clock and I'm calling my friend. I called her about 2 to 3 times. She didn't pick up. So I was like, all right, she's not coming. So I text her, I'm heading to the restaurant. And she calls me. She gives me some sad story, basically why she can't come. And I'm just like, what you trying to say? Because you know, guys, sometimes people just be rambling because they kind of scared to tell you what it is. She was rambling, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to you later. Because guys, I've got to the point where I'm so emotionally intelligent. When I'm angry, I'm not gonna curse, I'm not gonna scream, I'm not gonna yell, I'm not gonna holler. I'm just going to gracefully remove myself and remove my energy from the situation so things won't get ugly. So I was like, oh well, I'll talk to you later. Anyway, at this time, guys, I'm pissed, I'm livid, I'm driving. I put the directions in the GPS, and like at this time my sugar's really low, so like between being angry and being hungry, it was like I keep missing turns. It was just a hot mess. Long story short, pull up to the restaurant. I'm calling the lady because I'm like 2 minutes late. My reservation was 9:50. Pull up to the lady. I pull up to the restaurant and I can't find a valet. So I'm calling her. I was like, hey, do you guys have a valet? Yeah, we have a valet, but he's one guy and he's taking care of all the cars, right? She's like, he valets for $20. So usually those type of valets, guys, they don't just take cash, they take card. And I didn't have money because previously in the day I had about $25 put aside that I gave away to like less fortunate people while I was driving to like my hair appointment to get my hair done like this. Shout out to Hair by Sean V. So I gave out about $25. And I also sowed a seed. I purchased one of my friends who helped me a lot, purchased him lunch. So that's a total of about $37 that I spent between giving to the less fortunate and sowing a seed to a friend. So pause that. Okay guys, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Okay, so I spent $35 that day, basically, sowing seeds, and then an additional, I think 34, my accessories, because the gold chain I had intended to wear, it broke. It was too cheap. So pull up to the restaurant and I'm trying to run this valet down. He's ignoring me, and there was a parking lot that was across the street. The restaurant was here and the parking lot was like here. So I guess you can see that's parallel to the restaurant. But they wanted $20 cash. So I was like, bro, I ain't into that. I ain't into driving to like an ATM to get the money. So my behind was driving around in circles for an hour because I was trying to cash the valet. And then on top of that, y'all, I had heels. Like I could have walked, which I ended up doing, but I'm like, walking in with heels is no joke. So I was driving around for an hour. The valet was just ignoring me and I just got frustrated. So what I did was I put in my Google Maps GPS where I can find the closest Wells Fargo ATM, because that's who I bank with. So I'm going there. It says 10 minutes and aggravates me more. And I'm on there driving, really pissed, really observant, just watching left and right. Right before I arrived to the Wells Fargo ATM, there was a Walgreens right before, and I was like, hey, I could stop in there and get cash back. That's what, my mind told me. So I went and got like a gummy bears that was $2.99, got $20 cash back. Bam, good to go. Pull up to the self-parking, run in my $20, and I walked across the street to the restaurant. While I'm walking across the street to Prime Fish, I'm calling the front host and letting her know what happened, that I had to cancel. Everybody canceled on me tonight, and the valet was ignoring me. I just was like trying to calm myself down because I was just so angry. And she was really a good host. She was like encouraging me to calm down, and she was like, I was like, I just wish I had someone to take my photo. She's like, oh, I'll be happy. I'll be honored to take your photos. So she was one of the 2 people that took my photos that night. And I was able to get a few photos from what she did, but it's just like, you guys know when you have someone who and both of you are on the same objective of getting nice photos, that y'all gonna take the pictures until each of you guys are satisfied. Y'all gonna have patience for one another. But when it's someone who don't know you and they want to help you, but it's like, all right, I'm gonna take this picture, but don't stress me out, it's annoying. Because I really wanted to show my little circular purse. I wanted to show my circular purse. but it's like I thought it was showing, but because it was like a ball, it kept hanging and it kept going to the back. So anyway, she was about to seat me after I let her know that it's only me. It was a party of 4 that I did the reservations for, but I was the only one left. And I was like, you know, Mom, it's only me, so I think I'll sit by the bar. So I sat by the bar, ordered a Prosecco. This fine young gentleman pulls up next to me. And he's handsome, he's light-skinned, he got his hair rolled back, fresh cornrows, he got this fitted cap. He was cute to me. Now, mind you, his style of dress was not my forte, but like, I'm not that shallow to just judge a man by the way he dresses. You know, I judge him by his attitude and his character. So he sits about 2 seats away from me, and I turned to him, I said, "Excuse me, sir, do you mind if you take my photos for me, please?" He's like, "Oh, sure, you know, let's order food and then I can take your photos." So I sat down and we started to talk. He started to tell me where he's from, and you know, I started to tell him, you know, my birthday was Wednesday, and he looked at me like, my birthday was Wednesday. So we were like, I was like, can I see your ID? Because I don't believe right now. He pulled out his ID, and ID said September 25th, 1978. So I'm like, not 78, 86, my bad, 1986. So I'm like, what is the coincidence of me meeting someone with my exact birthday? But that's a topic for another day. So that was our common ground, that we realized we were born around the same time of year, so we had some similar characteristics, and you know, we were just maximizing off of that. I even like did a crazy video with him. So I'm going to insert the crazy video here. I'm going to block his face though for his identity purposes. I did my little stupid filter. Anyone that knows me, that I love to pull that filter out. We were chopping it up. He was asking me questions like what I did for work. I told him, you know, I'm a model and an artist. He told me that he was an investor. Prior to knowing that he was an investor, I just was treating him with the utmost respect, because I solemnly believe that we need to treat every last person with the same amount of respect. The CEO needs the same respect as the janitor. The janitor needs the same respect as the CEO. I refuse to treat a CEO better than a janitor just because of his tax bracket. The God I serve will not be pleased with that. So, you know, I was extremely nice. Even when my salad came, I offered him some. And he ordered like steak, lobster, mashed potatoes, asparagus. He had a shot of bourbon, and he was sipping on Prosecco too, because I was sipping on Prosecco. So I also put in an order for an oyster, Rockefeller oyster, but we were just getting really bad vibes from the bartender, because they were giving very racist vibes. Like, we're poor and, you know, we're black. I even tried to like cash app the bartender, and she just didn't even want my money. But they were ignoring us. I would ask for water 3 times, and these ladies didn't bring it. I put in an order for a Rockefeller oyster. They never put it in. But there was this Caucasian gentleman that was sitting right next to me. I was here. The bar was here. He was sitting in front of here. And these bartenders went out of their way to give him water. They walked from around the bar to pour him water. So I'm saying, wow. And at this time, me and the young man that I met were talking about this, and we're just saying that this treatment isn't nice. So the actual manager of Firefish came and asked us, you know, hey, is everything okay? I did not really answer. But my friend was like, oh yeah. The guy I met, he's like, oh yeah, everything's okay. So the guy starts to whisper to me, and he was like, oh, I have something for them. I didn't understand what that meant. He's like, oh, I have something for them. Don't worry, you're gonna see. So as we're speaking, you know, he's letting me know that he has some family members and friends that are gonna be flying in from New Jersey, because he was back and forth from here in New Jersey, that he was here at one point, but he's originally from New Jersey, but he kept going back and forth. They were flying in, and he wanted to rent the yacht, and he wanted to invite me on the yacht. But I had to politely decline, because I had a video shoot that day, and it wouldn't have been wise to be partying and then know that I have to work. Video shoots can be all day, 4 to 8 hours. So I, politely declined. I think that's maybe his little game that he does to pick up women. But I was like, oh, I would love to go, but I have a video shoot tomorrow, so I can't go. And guys, I'm used to going on yachts. I'm sorry, I've been on it about 3 times already between this year and last year. So like when a man offered that to me, I want to do a date on the yacht. I'm not really moved because I'm used to it. He was FaceTiming his friends from New Jersey and he was showing me off. Oh, look at this girl, gorgeous girl I met. We had birthdays on the same day. So it's getting around 12 o'clock and the same bartenders that were treating us poorly was kind of rushing us in the sense, especially the guy I met at the bar. They were rushing him. Like, he has so much food and they just keep asking, oh, would you like it to go? Would you like to go? They asked me. But at this time, I saw the managers just standing and observing. I said, excuse me, sir. Is it too late for me to put something in? Because it's like 11:30. He's like, oh no, we're open until 12. I was like, can you put in a steak for me, please? Medium well. So he goes and put the steak in the back. It was an 8-ounce filet mignon. Then he talks to the bartender so that she can ring it up. And all of a sudden, after he did that, there was like a shift in her attitude. And she wasn't as rude. Anyway, it's a long story. He was eating his food and he really didn't finish all of it. He probably finished his protein, like the lobster and the steak. But like the sides are extremely big. The mashed potato was a big bowl and then the asparagus, it was a lot. So he ended up wasting most of it. I'm like, man, don't waste it, take it home. He was like, no. He's like, I don't eat leftovers. So I was like, okay, well, give me a moment. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So I used the bathroom. At this time, I finished my Prosecco, and when I came back and was in the bathroom, he was asking, oh, would you like another drink? I was like, oh, no, thank you. Guys, I know my limit now. I'm not gonna OD. That ain't cute. God ain't in it. God said I can drink wine, but don't get drunk. You know what I'm saying? So I just have a good time, moderation, drink in moderation, but I never overdo it. So I come back from the bathroom and he's whispering to me, watch what I'm gonna do. The lady says, oh, would you like anything to go? Hold on, wait. Subscribe, like, share this video, please. So the lady comes again, oh, would you like anything to go? No. He goes, let me have my bill and have her bill too, please. So God then sent a random stranger to come to my rescue and pay for my food. So this man paid for my bill. He doesn't even know me. And I'm saying this to show you guys that manners and respect goes a long way. You don't know who you're dealing with. Most of these millionaires, billionaires are not gonna have flashy clothes, flashy jewelry because they're frugal. Most of these men that have money, they're not going to be flashy. Okay, they won't even have jewelry. So you just have to be careful on, the way you treat people. And I didn't treat him away because I thought he had money. I just treat him away because I know that I need to love everybody, regardless of who they are or their status or what type of job they work. God, the greatest commandment that God has given us was love. So I'm in shock because he's paying for my food, and I thanked him, and she was cashing out. We were talking and I gave him recommendations for this Versace mansion. I was like, hey, I went there for my birthday, well, our birthday Wednesday. I recommend the veal. It comes with roasted potatoes and vegetables, but it's better that you Uber there because the Valley run $40 on a Wednesday night. So he was like, I would love to go there with you. So I was like, okay, I would like to go there with you too, because at this point, I find him attractive. His conversation was great, and he was somewhat chivalrous by paying for my stuff. So I was like, all right, we vibing, we can chop it up and nice. This is the part of the story that's gonna blow your mind. This same stranger that I met the same night, the bill was almost $500, y'all. Between what I ordered, what he ordered, $500. To spite the bartenders with kindness, you know what he did, guys? He tipped an additional $500. And it blew my mind, because it's people like those bartenders that make it hard for women like me, who respect men, who love, with people in general. It's people like them that make it bad for women like me. But the fact that he was still able to be generous, though that he was getting treated bad, says a lot. So he took the $500 and we walked out of there. We walked out. I was telling the host bye, and I introduced the guy I met to the host. I was like, hey, we have the same birthday. Isn't that cool? And, it really raised my vibration from that night, because I was really not in a good mood. So, he exchanged, he asked for my number, I gave it to him, and we both went our separate ways. Y'all, I'm sharing this story as a testimony to let you know that when you give to the poor, you lend to Jesus and he will repay you. Those that consider the poor, God has a few promises. For one, you will inherit the earth. For two, God will preserve you. For three, God will be with you on your sick bed. For four, God will not deliver you into the hand of your enemies. If you want to beat the spirit of poverty, counteract it with the spirit of generosity. Whenever you get paid, put a little $20 in one's aside. So when you see someone in need, give it to them. Because Jesus also said, anyone in need that you help them, you are giving it to me. When I was hungry, you fed me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was sick, you came to see me. When I was in prison, you came to see me. So when he said this and the disciples were baffled, he said, whenever your brethren was in need and you assisted them, you helped me. So I genuinely sowed seeds that day, not expecting anything in return, not expecting nothing. But the scripture that kept me with those that give to the poor will never lack. Even though I had plans for someone else to pay for my stuff because they were taking me out for my birthday and they canceled, I activated the law by being upright and righteous, by not being in habitual sin and repenting, but also by giving to the less fortunate. Listen, you guys, God just blew my mind, and all the events that transpired that night was definitely ordained by God. Ordained by God. So this man came out just to have dinner and he ended up spending $1,000. And I'm sharing this story with you guys not only to show you how the word of God is the truth and God has his law set up for a reason, but treat every person, man or woman, with the utmost respect. Don't disrespect someone because you feel they're from a lower class. Don't look down on someone because they're wearing fake brands. They don't have authentic brands. That's classism, and God is not of that. Because material things will fade, but what will not fade is the wealth in heaven. That's what y'all need to be worrying about. What is stored up in heaven, not what could deteriorate here. So y'all, I'm just sharing this story time with y'all today, that just position yourself, carry yourself with class and standard. Have standards, strict boundaries. Get your hair done, get your makeup done, have a nice ensemble, and manifest the lifestyle you want. You don't have to have a bunch of money in your bank account. You could check out these nice places that have discounted happy hours, and you could be positioning yourself for the right person, for the man who wants to give you that stability of marriage. And he even may be rich. He may be wealthy. Okay guys, this is your girl Dance Down, my glow babies. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Okay? Have a nice day. Bye.